David, first derby of the season. Do you sense an extra buzz around the place this week?
Yeah, I think there is, leading up to this game. I've never known it any different. It's always anticipated greatly by the supporters, and I'm sure this one will be as well.
A lot of talk this week about the loss of Stephen Pienaar. Big blow to you. Are you still a little angry about that?
Well, it's a terrible decision. I don't know how many times I've sort of repeated myself, but you know, it was the boy kicked Stephen Pienaar. Stephen Pienaar gets punished for it. So what can you do? We can't do anything about it. So we've moved on from then.
How do you try and compensate for that loss? Because so much of your creativity this season has been down that left-hand side.
Well, as I said, we move on. We find other ways. You know, you can't ever only have 11 players to play, and that's why you have to give boys games and cups, the cup ties, and keep them as ready as they can. Because when they get their opportunities in the big games, they've got to be there to take it.
Is this where some of the new boys become real men?
I think they're all real men.
Big derby for them. How much do you feel you need a strong referee then on Sunday, following on from that Pienaar incident?
Well, I can think of some of the decisions we've had this year. Now, Newcastle, where we had a couple of goals. Wigan, first one offside. The decision the other day there regarding the sending off. So, and you go back to last year's derby, you know, where it was a terrible decision to send Jack Rodwell off. We've still never had an apology from either referee or the head of the Referees Association regarding that incident, but there you go. That one's well gone. It's in the past now, and I shouldn't even be talking about it really.
Does derby experience count for an official then? I mean, he hasn't done a Merseyside derby before.
I don't know. You need to ask the head of the referees about the referees. I mean, they all do their best. They definitely all go out to do the best they possibly can. I've got no doubts about that, and hopefully they will.
Let's talk about the players that have been absent that hopefully he may have back. How's Marouane Fellaini?
He's doing a bit of light training, so we'll see how he is. He's not a definite, but I think he's got a good chance.
Another day to work on him.
We hope so, yeah.
Tony Hibbert?
Tony Hibbert's the same. You know, not 100% sure, but we'll monitor him, and he's done a bit of training, took part in a game earlier in the week, so hopefully he'll have a chance.
Would he be important in a game like this, a local lad?
I've said to you, they're all important. Doesn't matter who they are, all important. You know, you need 11 to win. So whatever 11 we get, well, I'm sure they'll be doing everything they can to get that result.
Is Darren Gibson still some way off?
Darren Gibson's not fit, no, he won't be available.
You're in good form. They say it doesn't matter in a derby. It must count for something, mustn't
it? I think you're always better being in good form. So yeah, we go into it. We're going into it in good fettle. We've got a bit of momentum. We've started quite brightly. So we'll go into the game and hopefully continue to play the way we have done.
And the fact you got the better of Brendan Rodgers on a couple of occasions last season, how much does that count coming into this?
I don't think that counts at all. I think he managed a different club. He's manager of a big club with a big tradition, so I think that changes. And no, I don't look that way. And actually, when I play against managers which have beaten me, I don't go into the game thinking that he's beaten me. I don't think you go in with that idea. I think you go into the game. It's two teams on the day, and you take the game as it comes.
He does play his teams in a specific way, though, doesn't he? Which you manage to counter.
Well, he's got his own styles, and you know, Brendan, I'm sure, will want his teams to play the way he wants them to do it, and I'll do the same with mine.
Any significance that they played on Thursday night?
Well, I always think that you know, if you can have, I think the way the Premier League is, you know, the games are so intense that I do think that if you can get a chance of a free week, then it's better. But if you ask me, would I like to be in Europe? I'd rather be playing in Europe and get into a derby than not.